Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome back to our MIT Men in Training Mentoring Recovery Support Group. My name is Craig, and I'm here today to share with you some viable, valid information. All right. So I'm going to be sharing an article that I found online, and it comes from inspiremalibu.com. Inspiremalibu.com. And today's title that we're going to be sharing is Take Control of Addiction Through Positive Reinforcement. Take control of addiction through positive reinforcement. And so this article starts off by saying, substance abuse treatment is a complex and challenging process. Individuals battling addiction often struggle with motivation, willpower, and the ability to make lasting changes. Traditional treatment approaches may not always yield the desired results, leaving both patients and healthcare providers searching for innovative solutions. One such approach that has gained traction in recent years is contingency management, which harnesses the power of positive reinforcement to enhance substance abuse treatment outcome. Contingency management. Sound pretty interesting. So with that said, let's get right into our first topic of discussion, understanding positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is a psychological concept rooted in the principles of operant conditioning. In simple terms, positive reinforcement involves providing rewards or incentives to encourage desired behaviors. It is based on the belief that by rewarding positive actions, individuals are more likely to repeat those behaviors in the future. In the context of substance abuse treatment, positive reinforcement can be a powerful tool for promoting abstinence and substance recovery, right? And so that is very interesting. It says, and this is principle of operant conditioning. In simple terms, positive reinforcement involves providing rewards or incentives to encourage desired behaviors, right? So if you want to get the desired outcome, this technique or this coping skill is very helpful when it comes to recovery, addiction, and recovery. All right. So the next topic of discussion is the psychology behind positive reinforcement. To understand the effectiveness of positive reinforcement, it is essential to delve into the underlying psychology. Positive reinforcement triggers the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward in the brain's reward pathway. The surge of dopamine not only enhances feelings of happiness and satisfaction, but also strengthens the neural connection associated with the rewarded behavior. Over time, this reinforcement process reinforces positive habits and diminishes the desire for substance use, right? And that is the psychology behind positive reinforcement, right? So this opened up the pleasure and reward pathways, all right? It goes on to say, moreover, positive reinforcement can profoundly impact an individual's self-esteem, very important, and self-efficacy. When individuals receive recognition and rewards for their positive behaviors, they develop a sense of accomplishment and confidence in their ability to make positive changes. And so, in other words, remember when you've done something in school, in class, or growing up, or in life, you did something and you got rewarded. Teacher will give you a gold star. Uh, you will get a big A, and they might throw a plus in there if you did great on your assignment. And at the end of the year, you may get a certificate or a diploma, and that will give you the self-esteem or the self-efficacy to say to yourself, "Hey, I think I got this. I think I can do this." And so that's what same thing with addiction and recovery. Once you go through the process and once you realize that you are smarter than what people smarter than what people may deem that you're not, and you become very confident and reassured that hey, I don't have to use drugs today. I don't have to drink alcohol today. I can make it through the difficult times. I know how to navigate when it comes to hurdles and obstacles in life, and I'm able to stand on my own 2 feet independently. All right. And so this is the positive reinforcement when we tell ourselves and when others reward us as well. And so it just gives us that boost, extra added boost that a lot of people may need. And so if you see somebody doing something good, oftentimes you reward them with say, "Good job." My pastor, he will oftentimes say, if somebody do something good for you, your automatic response would be, "Thank you." All right. So that is a word to the wise. Let's go move right along to the next topic of discussion: the role of positive reinforcement and behavior change. The role of positive reinforcement and behavior change. This article says behavior change is a fundamental aspect of substance abuse treatment. Right? That's the goal. Positive reinforcement plays a crucial role in this process by providing individuals with a clear incentive to modify their actions by rewarding behaviors that align with treatment goals, such as attending therapy sessions, abstaining from substance use, or participating in support groups. All right? All right. And the next one, it says positive reinforcement create a positive feedback loop that motivates individuals to maintain their progress. Furthermore, positive reinforcement can help individuals develop healthier coping mechanisms and alternative strategies for dealing with stress and cravings. By rewarding individuals for utilizing these new coping skills, they are more likely to rely on them instead of turning to substance use. This shift in behavior not only promotes recovery, but also enhances overall well-being and resilience. I tell you, that's one of my favorite words, resilient, because it lets you know that even though you may make mistakes in life, even though you may fall or fail at some certain things, if you keep trying and you give yourself the opportunity or the self reassurance that, you know what, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep trying until I figure this thing out. And that is with addiction and recovery. A lot of times we may not get it on the first time, and we may just need some more tools, some more coping skills, some more enhancements, and some more strategies, right? And then once we figure it out, we say, "Hey, you know what? I got this." So I want somebody to be encouraged to know that, hey, you got this, all right? And so the article continues to let us know, it says, It is important to note that positive reinforcement should be tailored to each individual's unique needs and preferences. What may be reinforcing for one person may not have the same effect on another. Therefore, treatment providers must take the time to understand each individual's motivations and preferences to design effective reinforcement strategies, right? In conclusion, positive reinforcement is a powerful tool in substance abuse treatment. How I know? Because when I was in a therapeutic treatment program, we was taught the aspects and the significance of positive reinforcement. We call it the ABC module. All right. A stands for the activating events. B is for belief or behavior, and C is the consequences behind those two, A and B. All right, and then it goes a little further on and on. In conclusion, it says positive reinforcement is a powerful tool in substance abuse treatment. Providing rewards and incentives for desired behavior promotes abstinence, strengthens positive habits, and enhances self-esteem. Through the release of dopamine and the creation of a positive feedback loop, positive reinforcement plays a crucial role, check this out, in behavior change and long-term recovery. Good stuff here, you know. And so one thing about learning new information, learning about new strategies and techniques, and applying new tools, it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. I didn't get it the first time. When I heard it, I had to really tune in and pay close attention on what was being said and how to utilize it. And through constant demonstration, applying it, seeing it before my eyes, and realizing that, you know, this, my past lifestyle, it was doing more harm to my growth and development than my present lifestyle. And so I began to implement this thing called core beliefs. And so one of the things about core belief is what are your values, your principles? What are the things, your morals? What are the integrity? These are some of the characteristics of your core belief. And do those outweigh the negative thought process of utilizing drugs or alcohol? So once I began to weigh it, and I said, you know what? I believe I have some good values. I believe I have some good principles. I believe I have good morals. I believe I have integrity. I believe I can do the right thing when no one is looking. And so I really choose to implement this coping mechanism into my lifestyle because, hey, I am a living witness or living proof that it works. I'm not just saying it to blow smoke, you know, puff anybody up. No, this mechanism really, really works if you put it into practice. All right, let me go a little further on into what we have to go over today. Now, listen up. Contingency management. This is an overview. This is an overview. Contingency management is a treatment approach that harnesses the power of positive reinforcement to instigate and maintain behavioral change. It involves the systematic use of incentives to reward individuals for achieving desired treatment goals. By reinforcing behaviors that support recovery, contingency management empowers individuals to take active ownership of their journey towards sobriety. All right? Take responsibility for our actions. All right? That's that is a very good way of putting it. Take ownership, be accountable, uh, stand up for what's right, do what's right. All right. Contingency management programs are designed to provide individuals with the necessary tools, plural, and support to overcome substance abuse and addiction. These programs recognize that addiction is a complex issue that requires a more multifaceted approach, right? Not a singular, but a multifaceted approach. By incorporating positive reinforcement techniques, contingency management aims to create an environment that promotes lasting change and helps individuals break free from the cycle of addiction, right? And so this is not no, as I stated before earlier, it's not no quick fix theme or scenario. As this article lets us know, this is a multifaceted approach. So what's worked for, as we read earlier, what worked for one may not work for someone else. And so if we bring it all together and figure out what are some of the triggers that people are faced with, because my trigger may not be the same trigger as for someone else. My cravings may not occur at the same time of someone else, right? My urges, may be different. So we have to figure out how can we approach this with the goal or aspect of turning bad lifestyles or bad habits around, that we can bring out a desired outcome. So I just went over an overview of contingency management. Now we want to cover defining contingency management. We want to define that, right? Oh yeah. And so let's get right into that. Contingency management operates on the principle that incentives can be powerful motivators. I hope we don't miss this, because it's very important. Let me read this again. Contingency management operates on the principle that incentives can be powerful motivators for behavior changes. The approach involves establishing a system that identifies specific target behaviors and assigns tangible rewards for their accomplishment. These rewards range from small tokens, such as vouchers or prizes, to more significant incentives, such as increased access to privileges or monetary compensation, right? And so when I say I'm living proof of that positive reinforcement works. So when I went through the process of my recovery journey, I began to go back to school. I began to apply myself. It was very challenging. When I say go back to school, higher education. And so after I accomplished my degree, and so I was afforded an opportunity to become compensated monetarily through employment. Not only, see, prior to me working in this field, I used to work in warehouses. I used to work in fast food restaurant, and so a lot of that stuff was laborious, physically. And so now I'm in a field where I don't have a problem doing a little labor, but I'm getting up in age where now I think I can use my intellect. Not bragging on myself, but I just think I'm more confident to know that I'm capable of using my intellect more so now than my physical aspect. All right. So let's go further on. See what this article informs us about defining contingency management. For an example, in a substance abuse treatment setting, a target behavior may be attending counseling sessions regularly. Each time an individual attends a session, they may receive a token that can be exchanged for a reward. This reward could be anything from a gift card to a local restaurant or a personal item the individual has wanted. By associating the desired behavior with a positive outcome, contingency management helps individuals stay motivated and engage in their treatment journey. You know, who wouldn't want to go to a recovery support group where people are sharing, participating, people are engaging, and for that you are rewarded for being open, honest, uh, outright, forthcoming with the idea of not only helping yourself but helping someone else in the process, and you're getting rewarded on top of that. Man, I'll be the first one to say, hey, every time they got that group, I want to be a part of that group, you know. And so what we do here, even here at Capital Recovery Center, you know, when people will go through the process of detox and residential treatment, and those who have shown uh, good outcomes, whether they gain employment and due to whatever reason that they may need more further assistance. We have here, we offer ShopRite gift cards. And so we just, you know, it's like a positive reinforcement. Keep doing good, you know, you will get rewarded. So that's all I have to say on that. And last but not least, I want to cover key principles of contingency management. The article says, while the specifics of contingency management programs may vary, they share several common principles. Firstly, target behaviors are clearly defined and measurable, ensuring that progress can be objectively assessed. This allows both the individual and the treatment team to track the individual progress and make any necessary adjustment to the treatment plan. Secondly, rewards are consistently and immediately provided for the desired behaviors. This immediate reinforcement helps individuals establish a strong connection between the behavior and the reward, increasing the likelihood of continual engagement in the desired behavior. It also helps individuals build confidence and self-efficacy as they see the positive impact of their efforts. Thirdly, the frequency and magnitude of rewards may be adapted throughout the treatment process to maintain motivation and sustain progress. Initially, individuals may receive more frequent rewards to help them establish new habits and reinforce positive behaviors. As progress is made, the frequency of rewards may decrease, but the magnitude may increase to provide ongoing motivation and support. Moreover, contingency management programs often incorporate regular feedback and monitoring to ensure that individuals stay on track and receive the support they need. This feedback can help individuals identify areas for improvement and make necessary adjustments to their behavior or treatment plan. In conclusion, contingency management is a powerful treatment approach that utilizes positive reinforcement to promote behavioral change. by providing individuals with incentives for achieving desired treatment goals. Contingency management empowers, individuals to take control of their recovery journey and make lasting changes through clear target behaviors, consistent rewards, and adaptable reinforcement strategies. Contingency management helps individuals overcome addiction and build a foundation for a healthier and more fulfilling life. Right? And so that is it for this segment of our MIT. This basically is a mentoring life skill recovery support group where we share ideas, we share information, we give out strategies and tools, mechanisms that people can implement in their life that can help them on their recovery journey so that they can live an independent lifestyle without the crutch of use or the use of drugs or alcohol. So I hope this information has been valid. I hope it can be utilized and be useful for change in someone. If you know anyone that's struggling with substance abuse and they need help, as always, we recommend that they get the professional help that they need because it's very essential, is very, very important, paramount. That's the word I was looking for. I'm trying to sound intellectual, but it's very important that people get the necessary help that they need. All right. Until next time, take care of yourself. Stay safe. Love on somebody. And until next time, take care. Bye.